G'day Cats fans, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be going over the round 3 clash which was between Geelong and Hawthorn, where we got the job done by 36 points at the MCG. Easter Monday clash. All sorts of stuff was going on, that's for sure. But Geelong found a way after a couple of challenges from the Hawks. Got the 4 points in the end and played some pretty solid footy throughout the afternoon, which wasn't without its challenges, especially on the weather front. I haven't seen too many weather incidents other than the West Coast Melbourne game a couple of years ago, and I didn't fully see the Brisbane-Melbourne one, the game live, but obviously there was some issues there. GWS and Sydney have also had their troubles as well in previous Battle of the Bridge clashes. But yeah, let's get stuck into it. So, Geelong by 6 goals. We go to 3-0, which is really positive start to the season. Astronomically better than the season before, where we're 0-3. So I'll definitely take the position we're in at the moment over 0-3 after winning a premiership. But a pretty solid outfit and effort from the team overall, all based off of that scintillating start by the guys. Did a really good job just to get maximum damage on the scoreboard. I think the AFL website is definitely having some issues in terms of just getting us some graphics going there. Let's try the old refresh and see how that goes. Look at that. All right. So we're able to get the first one. Hawks then responded, and then we're able to kick 6 on the trot. And you often go, all right, well, off to a good start. Getting off to a good start is super underrated because often the game can be won and lost in the first term, depending on how you go. Like if it's a real one-sided quarter, that can be the quarter that sets you up for the whole match. And if we have a look at the margin at quarter time, we can see 36-point lead to the Cats. If my maths is correct, what do we win by? 36 points. So, relatively even after quarter time. Hawks definitely gave us a few challenges. But, I mean, if you blitz a team in one of the terms and just hold steady for the next few quarters, you're looking in a really good spot. And Hawks, obviously, they bounced back a few times in that second term. They were really challenging us inside the contest. But, I mean, more so to speak to what we did well in the first quarter was our pressure was, just unbelievable. Scintillating. Around the contest, we were really strong. We got into our forwards quickly. We moved the ball quite effectively, punished them on turnover. And, I mean, you can't really... you can put a stat around it, but you can't buy good kicking sometimes. And the looks we had and our ability to convert, super important. If you kick 3 goals 4 or 4 goals 4 over 7-1, then all of a sudden it becomes a real contest and you might win by 3 or 4 goals in the end. But the fact that we're able to convert our shots, that's obviously really key. Scoreboard pressure is the best type of pressure in a game. If you can get that in a really good spot, then you put yourself in a great position to be able to win the game. And you'll find most games you have to win it a few times, and we definitely did. With the Hawks sort of pressing a couple of times throughout the match. It's such an even comp, even though the Hawks' latter position doesn't really represent probably exactly where they are. Most teams will give you a crack, and you're not going to have it on your terms for 4 quarters. That's the reality of it. That's modern day football. It's just momentum. And when we had the momentum, we were able to get really good bang for buck. Hawks definitely had their moments as well, and potentially could have got a little bit more scoreboard pressure on. They had a few little errors here and there going inside 50 and sort of converting on goal, as we see. Pretty similar scoring shots, 10-10 to 17-4. So we were incredibly accurate with the shots that we did have. But they will stifle us in the second term. Able to find a way to, they brought the heat to us. We weren't able to handle it for a little while the Hawks were able to get, score on the board. And all of a sudden, it's a different game when you have to defend and it's, there's lots of ball in your back half and the Hawks winning field position, puts it on the back foot and, even the best defences in the league will struggle depending on how the ball's delivered, and the Hawks were able to find that sort of run on the outside a little bit more. They applied the clamps on us, and then they were able to rebound off the back of our mistakes, which was subsequent to their pressure and them lifting around the contest, which I expected. I didn't expect a 100-point win. You go at quarter time and go, oh, hello, if we keep this up, we'll be in for a really good day. But, yeah, still pretty stoked with the result overall. How did we go in third term? Responded, expected it. I thought, yeah, the Hawks have had their momentum. Hopefully we can get back on top and get it on our terms again, and we're able to, our pressure lifted, we're able to, move the ball nicely from the back half and go quickly, win the ball around the contest. Then we applied the clamps and sort of return serve. And what I loved is, even though we weren't perfect the whole game, we had to win it a few times and we were challenged a few times, and we're able to respond. So you can always give the first big punch, and then it can be easy just to give up when it doesn't go your way. But knowing full well they were able to stay in the moment, and lots of experience there, players that have seen it all before, just to get back to more level terms and make sure that the scoreboard doesn't get too out of control, and ultimately being able to sort of respond, which we did. And then there was 43 minutes of delay. I could definitely feel it in the legs. It was a long way, but we got there. There was Mexican waves going on, all sorts of stuff. There was a few invaders on the ground. People just got a bit bored. People trying to kick goals and then kicking it out on the full, falling on their ass hilariously. Then we got finally stuck into it after it looked like it was potentially going to be delayed again. And look, a few nervous moments, that's for sure. Hawks had a few shots in the last quarter. They had 8 shots and we had 3, but we kicked 3 straight. So that, but I put down our 17-4 we had good looks in front of goal and were able to put the ball to advantage. And I feel like a lot of our goals were within 25 to sort of that 40-metre mark, which is a more high percentage shot. And they not too many of them were just right on the boundary line, minus the brilliance of Hawkins and Stengel, and there might be a few other players as well. But professional performance, found a way to get maximum damage on the scoreboard, convert opportunities, apply really good pressure, great work defensively. It all happens with what you do without the footy. I thought we set up the grid really well, pushed up on the Hawks, and just made the day really difficult for them. And they responded, and they were pretty solid throughout patches of the game. Thankfully, though, we were good enough. So, pretty stoked with how it all went. Wasn't stoked with getting home at 9:30 or 10:30 p.m. Who really knows what time I got home? So that's why the review's up so late. Basically, straight to bed and work today. A few other bits and pieces going on throughout, and then finally got a few moments now to take a bit of a look at things and take a deep breath. Okay, let's have a look at the stats. So we're able to get more of the footy than the Hawks. That's always a positive. Hawks got a bit more in terms of the field position throughout the day. Didn't make the most of their chances and maybe had some tricky shots. But again, I think we conceded around the same amount of inside 50s against Adelaide. But once again, when teams can get an inside 50, but our ability to be able to quell the opposition, not getting easy shots, some will go through. Some will be a little bit easier than others. But I feel like for the most part of the game, we're able to minimise the impact when they did have it inside 50, whether it be tackling, pressure on the ball carrier. I felt we did really well there. And what did we get? 17 goals from 54 entries, so pretty damn good effort. Pretty similar around the disposal efficiency side of the coin. Efficiency inside 50, as we can see there, 40% from our shots based on the inside 50 number that we had versus the Hawks 35% off the back of good defensive pressure, not only in the D50 but leading up to D50 of forward 50 for them, for the Hawks. Free kicks relatively even. Hit outs, they got the chocolates there with plus 12. Clearances were a little bit of concern, which probably felt throughout the second term mostly. And especially around the ground, I think was probably where we got sort of stuck. But in the centre square, I felt like we did a pretty solid job. Around the ground, we were getting a little bit torn up in there. especially when the Hawks got on top. It's funny. It's not a difficult game sometimes if you just win the ball first and move it forward. It's sometimes really a simple game. Lost a contested ball battle. I think we're second week in a row, possibly. So minus 13 there. Yeah, so not a massive concern, but generally when we win, we get this sort of on the right ledger. If you look at the scoring shots, so pretty similar, but a lot of accuracy found us in a good spot. So whilst very impressed with our responses and stuff against better teams, they're probably going to get a little bit more scoreboard pressure than the Hawks did. They're probably not going to allow us to kick 6 unanswered as well. Not to say that we're not capable of doing it. We definitely are. So, yeah, not a perfect day. Not a perfect day at all. But just, stoked to get the win. I just wanted to go there and barrack for my life and just get the 4 points, and we're able to do that. Still full well knowing that, we're not playing at our absolute best, and we've still got some, pretty handy players to come back into the side. With a bit of an undermanned crew, but we're just got to stack the wins early, and there's going to be a time throughout the year where it's going to be tough and we're going to look ordinary, second rate even, but just a matter of hanging in there, banking those wins early, and just keep chipping away at the ledger and keep it on the right side of it. More turnovers for the Hawks. They marked the footy a fair bit. They definitely got a lot of uncontested ball. Marks inside 50, we've been really strong in that area, 12-8. Contested marks, even Stevens there in front for the whole match. So, time in front's a potentially an underrated stat as well. Felt like against the Crows, we were probably down for 10 or 20 minutes, if that, and then up for the rest of the game. So, just goes to show, winning quarters is really important, as well as just, you want to be in front more often than not. Love this part of the game, though. This was excellent. So we outpossessed the Hawks. I'd love bringing this stat up, is when you win more of the ball and you also out-tackle the opposition, equals, super tough and hard work rate. I was very pleased with the tackling efforts throughout the afternoon. We always seemed to find a way to ensure that they didn't get too far away from the contest, just get, hands in here and there to, minimise that fast ball movement. Tackles inside 50, Hawks got the job done there, +6 to our 9. 68% is the 49. So again, really good stat. Those are just those little, they are those little 1%ers, just those little punches in here, spoils here, spoils there. All of that great stuff. 65 changes used by us. So that's a bit of an overview of what it looks like from team stats versus the Hawks. Let's go through the votes, which were pretty tough assignment this afternoon. Who am I giving the 3 to? I'm going to go Tanner Bruin for the 3 votes. He had the 27 touches, 5 tackles, also had 9 clearances. That's pretty incredible from only 63% game time. So had he played 80 or 90%, it'd be pretty scary to think what the numbers would be probably mid-30s, but I felt like, from the get-go, over the 4 quarters, he was a real consistent performer and loved the way he went about it. Super tough and looked really smooth and comfortable with his disposal. So, without Paddy, without Guthrie, I thought he was a shining light for us and, played his role really well. The votes are really tough, though, I must say, and it's always different watching at the game versus if you're watching on TV. You see different things, you look for different things. You just have the same camera angle. You don't have the alternating camera angles as you would see on the telly. 2 votes, Mitch Duncan, who, potentially could be a 3 voter here. He got his goal from the centre square, which was a superb kick. 26 touches, 9 marks. He loves to get on the end of a mark there. And also the 3 goal assists. I thought, his ball use was really good and did his resume no dramas at all there with Hawks 350th. I haven't even mentioned. So congratulations, Hawk, on 350. We're about to get to you in a moment. But Duncan played an absolute corker. Maybe still not to get the 3 votes. Statistically, probably better, clearly. Just like what Bruin did and watching at the game. Slightly different. You're looking for different things. The 1 vote, I'll have to give it to the man that's played 350. Have to give it to the Hawk. End up with 4 goals. Again, 2 weeks in a row. Excellent effort for 35-year-old. He's going to be 36 in think he turned 36 in June, something like that. 12 touches, took the 4 marks, got involved with hitouts, also set up a goal. Yeah, finished his work really, really well. Been an absolute amazing player over a long period of time. Won the goal kicking 11 times in a row from 2012 onwards, and then Jezza decided to get involved there on the goal kicking side of things, and Hawk had some injuries, and Jez played an amazing first half of last year. But yeah, had to give it to the Hawk, finished his work off super well. I could have given it to probably 3 or 4 other players, but just want to give another good shout out for the Hawk and celebrate what's been an amazing career, and I hope he's still got a couple more years to go. We'll see how the season goes. He keeps up this work. He'll be still playing until he's 40. It'd be nice, and I'm sure Scotty would be more than happy to see that happen as well. Tommy Stewart, ripping game from him. 24, 8 marks, 4 tackles, almost 600 metres gained. Yeah, he's just a brick wall. He knows what to do. Always makes the right choices. Doesn't always execute 100% perfectly. No player would, because they are not robots. They are human. But again, yeah, love Stewie's endeavour and his tenacity at the ball. It's a sight to see. Parfitt, lovely game from Brandon Parfitt. I've had some very strong commentary on Parfitt previously, but I can only go off what I see over a trending period of time. How he's trending this year, he must have had a ripping preseason, because he's in great nick with 21 touches, 4 marks, tentacles, also got a goal assist. Loved his tenacity around the contest. He was really tough, finding a way to get out to teammates and get guys in really good spots to give them a chance to make their mark on the game. So look, I'm all for having him in the side if we see this kind of form. He stood up in a big way, especially without Guthrie and Dangerfield, so keep it up. Ollie Dempsey got involved with the ball. He got 22, 6 marks, 7 tackles. Also got a clearance in there for his good work. He was, very nice around the ground, moved up to the wing, got involved at the half-forward line. Didn't hit the scoreboard, but again, he got involved, sort of that linking chain player. And, loving what he's doing for the side. Tell you what, these votes are tough, but it's a good problem to have, because it means it's an even team contribution, and that means less passengers, which equals more likely chance of winning. Maxi Holmes kicked a goal, hit the 23, 6 tackles, 3 marks, almost 500 metres gained. Pretty solid game, got a goal on the board, just needs to tighten up his ball use, so I will say that. He probably almost goes too fast for his own good, and then he just blasts it and sometimes turns it over. So, a little watch for mine, but love the energy that he brings, and the dash-off half-back is going to be super valuable for us moving forward. So, keep taking the game on, Max. Go. Max Power. I wonder if that's his nickname down in the locker rooms. We'll have to wait and see. Tyson Stengel getting back to some really good form. Keep it up, Tice. Love it, mate. 2 goals next to his name. 18 touches. Had a few marks next to his name. 5 tackles. 2 goal assists. So directly involved with 4 goals. Kicked a ripper snap from the pocket, and then a ripping banana from the other pocket. So, 2 pretty low percentage goals. Not for this man. He's looking really good, and if he can keep up this kind of form, we'll be laughing. Graham Mars kicked 1. He also had the 21, kicked I think a last goal for the game. 3 marks, 4 tackles, goal assists as well. So just another guy that's really improving in a significant way for us. One of those crucial chain and link players that help connect our half forward line and to our deep forwards, and he more often than not finds a target and gives us a really good opportunity to ensure that we get those majors on the scoreboard. Love Zach Guthrie's game. He got on the scoreboard, almost kicked a nice banana. He had the 18, had the 8 marks, goal assist. So he was resolute down back, absolute rock. Keep up the great work, Zathri. Jai Clark had the 15, 7 tackles, which we love to see, 4 clearances. Also had a goal assist next to his name, a nice little laser straight down to Jeremy Cameron from 70% game time. Just want to call out try and get those hands, whether it's a bit of grippo, just we'll try and minimise those fumbles. He's a young kid. He's going to be an absolute gun. If he can get that squared away, be a one-touch player, he's going to be unstoppable. But loving the energy he brings, and let's keep him playing. Mentioned a bit about Hawk. Happy 350th to Hawk. What a player he's been. I can't give him much more praise than what I already have, but yeah, what a stalwart he's been. A leader. Great man at the football club. Great man off the field, I'm sure. And hopefully, yeah, we can keep Hawk around as long as humanly possible, and his body stays in a good shape. We'll be in a good spot there. Blitz halves does what he does each and every week at the 14, 4 marks, got 10 hit-outs as well, 3 tackles, clearance. It's all the stuff, and whilst he doesn't rack up 30 touches, all those little 1%ers that he does, massive for us, whether that's stifling the opposition ball movement, whether that's just getting a hand in there, he's always there to do that. Absolute utility, and wherever you need him, he's there. Loved Ollie Henry's game as well. Kicked the 4 goals from the 10 touches he had, 3 marks and a goal assist. He just he silently and stealthily cuts you up. He's not super imposing, but he just gets you on the scoreboard. He's a bit of a ninja, so Cats players definitely you can give him a bit of a nickname there. He just finds a way to hurt you in ways that help us in a big way on the scoreboard. So Ollie Ninja Ollie, Ninja Henry, what a man he is. Having a really fine start to the season. Had a great season last year, of course, as well, with over 40 goals. Similar setup here would be really good. Conway, in I believe it's his second game, looked pretty promising. He kicked 1 first goal, and the Cats players got around him, which is great to see. Had 11 touches, 18 hit-outs, 3 tackles, a couple of clearances as well. Loved his aerial presence as well. He was able to find a way to get some contested marks and just got really good jukes. So keep those jukes going. We'll be loving life. Keep Toby on the park. Hopefully his body stays well, and we'll be on our merry way. The closer, he got 1 goal, 17 for his efforts, and he had the 5 marks as well. Yeah, just love what he does and love what he brings. Again, just that connection piece for us into the forward line from sort of that high midfield, half forward role. He just gets on the move. He runs and works so hard, and you see that at the ground. So absolutely love it from Closey. Keep up the fine work. Jezza got a couple, 15 touches, 2 goals, 8 marks. Also handed 1 off the Hawk, which was a little bit dubious, but I was thinking, what are you doing? The game's not sewn up yet. Calm down. What are you doing? But could have had 3. 1 from the top of the square, which he passed off the Hawk. He's interesting start to the year. He's full game time, 15 touches, got a bit of the ball. He's it's interesting because at the start of last year we were going horribly on the scorecard in terms of wins and losses, and Cameron was playing amazing footy. So it's almost like individually the team has collectively lifted, and we haven't need to have Jez kick 6 or 7 for us to sort of narrowly lose. Look, I want Jez to have a massive season. I also want us to just win. So whatever helps that out. But looking forward to seeing Jez kick some bags. I feel like he's due for one next week. So let's see what we can do to gather around for us. Over to Jack Henry, he had the 15, 6 marks, couple of tackles. Had some interesting moments, I felt, but largely solid throughout, and generally, an absolute rock down back for us. So, nice work from Henry. Tommy Atkins subbed out. He had the 11 touches, had the 8 tackles. He's an absolute machine in the midfield. Had 45% game time. Tactical sub there just to make sure that he's all okay for gather round with the 5-day break in terms of consideration for the sub. Shane Mullen didn't realise he had 15, but he ended up with the 15 touches, had a couple of tackles next to his name. Clearance as well. Looked pretty composed, I felt, and he backed himself in, and the more he backs himself in, the more confidence he'll get. And, he was really composed, I felt, with a few of the plays he had and delivered the ball nicely. So keep it up. That's what we like to see. Jack Bowes was the sub, getting him back into it. So he had the 8 touches, probably played the full game, gather round, I would suspect, all going to plan. Had the 5 tackles, played a little bit inside mid, got a couple of clearances. Nice little soccer goal assist there as well. Again, it wasn't on for too long, but when he was on, he did some nice things in the midfield and had that little burst of energy for us, which was nice to see. Again, interesting game from Sam de Koning. He had the 11 touches, had a few marks, his name, 3 marks, a couple of tackles. Yeah, again, indifferent. I want him to get back to his best. I want the 2022 Sam de Koning back. If someone can find him, that'd be great. He's getting a bit better. He's getting a little bit more confidence and continuity. He's had a couple of moments that he'd like back again. But yeah, just to back himself in, go for those marks. He's got the ability to do it. I know he can do it. And yeah, it's frustrating when he might miss a spoil or something like that, or may miss a mark. Look, just back yourself in all the way. You've done it before. You can do it again. Cat's backline, get around him and just celebrate the player he is. And yeah, let's get him back to 100% Sam de Koning. We know he can do it. And that's not to say he had a poor game. He played well, but he had some moments he probably can hopefully improve on in future games. Mark O'Connor didn't get a lot of the ball, but from 84% game time. Again, just like blitz halves, he doesn't get a stack of the ball, but just disrupts the opposition ball movement. And 6 tackles says it all from his 9 touches. Got a clearance as well. Played a little bit of inside mid as well. It was funny to see Cole Jasny be the lowest rated player. He had the 10 touches. And he took the 1 mark for the game, 4 tackles. But I'm loving his run and dash off half back. He's got the swagger. He's got the confidence. Body must be in really good nick. And yeah, look, he's been just really solid. He's making sure players aren't getting through. His tackling's been a real highlight this year, and his ball use has been much better. So yeah, I'm stoked for Collar. He gets a lot of flack, which is It comes and goes, but I've really enjoyed his start to the season. It's been 3 really solid games, and obviously back into 2022, played 2 of his best games of his life in the preliminary final and grand final. Still a pretty good year last year, to be fair. He does get, the moment he turns the ball over, he gets a bit of flack from the supporters, but every player's going to turn the ball over. It's going to happen. Mistakes are going to happen. No player's perfect, but yeah, he's absolutely off to a really good start for season 2024. Oh, boy. What a time. Okay, so that is a wrap of the game. We have got a big game coming up. A bit of a 50-50 coin toss there. We've got the Western Bulldogs gather round, and this one will be Adelaide Oval. Massive game right here. An 8-point ball game. I think they all kind of are 8-point ball games at this stage in time. So yeah, get around the Cats for Saturday night. Hopefully we can find a way. If our record's anything to go by, I think we've won 21 of the last 24 or 21 of the last 25. Something like that. Something ridiculous. Really good record against the Doggies in general. Look, I think we might find a way just to win. But yeah, Doggies got us last year with our 2 side and basically a dead rubber game. Outside of that, though, we tend to get the job done over the Doggies, who are looking much better off the back of their win over the Gold Coast Suns and good form over the Eagles as well. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game. I'm just going to go us probably by a kick or 2. It's going to be tough, especially without, Paddy will probably be out for a few more weeks. I don't know. They might lead me towards the Dogs, but I think I tipped us at the start of the year to beat the Dogs in this game. So, yeah, let's see how we go. Hopefully, hopefully we're good enough to get the 4 points. Okay, where are we? All right. So, over to the game here. Got the job done by 36 points. Good result in the end. Happy to get the win, go to 3-0 and keep on our merry way. So there we are. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. Don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe away, and chuck down your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you all tuning in. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next video.